for the people of France. They want to give you a small gift on behalf of the Dealshaker Expo. They're merchants from the France Dealshaker Expo, and they want to give you just a quick gift. Is that okay? Okay, so please, if you want to give Duncan this gift before he starts his presentation, very quickly, guys, yeah? Please, come to the stage, quickly. Thank you. Try to do your best, okay?
Hola, buenas tardes a todos. ¿Cómo están? Bien, ¿no?
Bien.
Vous allez tous bien, j'espère. Vous passez une bonne après-midi. Alors, vous allez bien ou pas? Oui. Bon. Alors, vas-y.
C'est bon, ça marche. Nous sommes extrêmement heureux de vous rencontrer et de la part du Dealshaker France et de la part de tous les commerçants qui étaient là, qui grâce à vous, grâce à votre travail, aujourd'hui ont retrouvé le sourire pour certains. Et bien voilà, de là leur part.
Merci beaucoup. Guys, thanks very much for that. I really am honored. I thought I'd launch into this. I don't know how I'd follow up the act that just happened. I mean, that must be the worst part of any presentation. I mean, I can't rap and I don't rhyme and I can't even dance. Okay. But anyway, as Andy said, I'm in charge of Dealshaker. I'm in charge of putting together the new platform. As Pascal said, any cryptocurrency has to have a usability. And that usability is critical to its success. As he also said, a cryptocurrency has to have a community, and more importantly, a cryptocurrency has to have a blockchain. Next to our people, our blockchain is our most important asset. Just because we're democratizing Dealshaker and making it so that just about anybody on the ground can recruit a merchant and appeal a deal, we cannot ever allow our blockchain to be contaminated. The one thing that stands us out from our consumers, from our competitors, is that our blockchain contains the KYC data. Anything that's made up of anything is only as good as its component parts. And if the KYC is contaminated, the whole blockchain is contaminated. So, all the pain that you've ever been through in terms of having to check that a merchant is who they say they are, that they do what they're supposed to do, and that they behave according to the very, very high standards we set, is still going to carry on. Now, in terms of the franchise model, making sure that you're compliant in terms of everything you need to do with regard to checking out that the person is clean, they are who they claim to be, they're doing the kinds of things that we're allowed to sell on Dealshaker, it becomes their responsibility to train you. Okay, so we all got that. Just because Dealshaker is becoming a lot bigger and a lot easier, there is absolutely no compromise on compliance or security. So, you can't sell elephant horn, well, elephants, ivory, bone, endangered species, whatever today, you still can't tomorrow. Okay, that's the bad news. Good news, I often get asked, when is the new platform ready? It's ready, it launched on Tuesday. We just didn't tell anyone. Right. Okay. It's on the internet as newdealshaker.com. Please go and have a look. It's very different to old Dealshaker. Why is it called New Dealshaker? Because the vouchers on Dealshaker as it exists at the moment need to be used up, and all the merchants have to pull their data. We're going to stop probably early next week new deals and new merchants being used on the current Dealshaker with a view to migrating new Dealshaker to Dealshaker. Now, very exciting. Everything that you can do on new Dealshaker, you can do on a mobile phone and a tablet. Exact same functionality.
Wow.
Okay, and we're ready to launch. Only on Android at the moment. The Apple iOS will be coming along very, very shortly. I need, please, the names and email addresses of 25 Android users who would like to test it for me and get some kind of reward. Alright, so come to me afterwards.
Give me your name and you can be a one-coin pioneer. Excellent. Alright, now getting back to the franchise model. Cordell King James over here is our first franchise holder. He should be up and running next week, early. He's very fortunate to have a very, very good IT person who's driving everything, has a very good grasp of the compliance. Also next week, Tiffany and Simon, I hope to have Vietnam up and running. I've invited Pascal to get his IT person in touch so that we can do Germany, Austria and Switzerland. Elena from the Ukraine and Jamil is making a special plan to get the UK turned on. There we go, there's Jamil. Our own Mr. Bean, thank you. Great. So very, very exciting things are happening. New Dealshaker has 108 new functions over old Dealshaker. Even though we didn't announce that the site had launched, it reached capacity after 2 days. We anticipated the kind of volume we got after 6 weeks. Okay, the haters got onto us. We had 4,000 hacker attacks per minute at one point and had to turn the site off in order to increase the security. So things are getting very, very exciting. This is going to drive the usability of the coin, and as a result, we've also done things like try and make it more attractive to merchants. On current Dealshaker, it used to be that you had to spend 50% one and 50% crypto. Now a merchant can accept as little as 10% one, just to get them to take that little bite. Just because in some markets they worry about liquidity and we need to take care of them and make sure that they actually also get that crypto fever. Remember when we first encountered cryptocurrency? It was a bit of a hard sell. Not everybody gets it, or some people are still stuck in the past. It's our turn to win them over. I'd also like to see Dealshaker accepting other cryptocurrencies other than one, although it is always going to accept one. That part is not negotiable. Constantine alluded to Jumio and how you can do a KYC on Dealshaker almost immediately. We've been playing with that quite extensively. You still have to be a member of the network in order to use Dealshaker. So a KYC on Dealshaker is as good as a KYC on OneLife. So if you have people with outstanding KYCs, it now gets resolved very, very quickly and very, very easily. There's no excuse for that any longer. It's not fair to expect people to wait up to 13 months in order to get their stuff sorted out.
Yes.
So, great things happening. Okay, other things that are coming, I haven't turned on the auction functionality yet. You'll be able to auction things on a peer-to-peer basis on Dealshaker. Pretty much the same way you can on eBay in the very, very near future. Just need to do a bit more testing. Again, and I cannot stress it enough, the compliance regulations and the compliance requirements will always apply. Now, the biggest thing that held Dealshaker back, and if you think about it, over 2.5 years, we got about 80,000 merchants, which is very good, but we should have had 800,000. What stopped a lot of people from doing anything is that you had to be a member of the network and you had to hold coin if you were a first-time visitor to Dealshaker in order to buy anything. Okay, as I've mentioned, we fixed the KYC so that you can become a member of the network almost immediately, and we're fixing it so that you can buy coin almost immediately. So anybody who's never even heard of OneLife, OneCoin, Dealshaker, stumbles across Dealshaker, can actually buy and be exposed to the miracle that is OneLife. We have a whole new market.
Yes. Good.
Getting back to another question I get asked very often is if I'm interested in a franchise, what do I need to do? All you need to do is speak to me. And we take it from a case-by-case basis there. There's enough cake in Dealshaker for everybody to win and for everybody to be more than comfortable. Okay. Some people might not be happy with the franchisor who gets appointed, but at the same time there's more than enough scope in terms of sub-franchisees and all sorts of things for us to really grow and hopefully move away from some of the politics which poisons this network. All at the same time, yes, I got a big herd there. I was expecting a whoop whoop, and I got a herd. But again, guys, it comes back to security. Security, keeping the network clean, knowing who we're dealing with, and being absolutely obsessed with who we allow onto our network is still the core of what we do and the basis of our blockchain staying clean. Okay, so exciting times. Over the next year, I expect that we will have about 60 functioning franchisees. At the moment, we've got about maybe 50 credible inquiries. Dealshaker should become profitable in its own right in about March, and actually start supporting the network in terms of its inner costs and things like that. Franchises have a lot of scope in terms of what they need to do and all the rest of it, although they are going to be watched very closely in terms of how they behave, especially at the beginning. And sorry for you, King, you're number one.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, it's a real pleasure. If you guys see how hard this man works, you'd be amazed. It's not like that in Sophia. No, I'm joking. Alright guys, I'm at the gala dinner tonight. I do share my email address, so I will take any query. I try to, unless you see who I always seem to be ignoring, I do try to get back to everybody who gets hold of me. Really, when it comes to compliance and security, it is a lot easier to ask me before you go ahead and make the mess. Please. You know, a 2-minute conversation can prevent a 2-day unwinding of something horrible with the Pakistani or Chinese authorities. So please, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Bring it to me as soon as you can. I mean, we all have an interest in turning Dealshaker into something which goes beyond being absolutely unique, into something which actually leaves a legacy for this network and becomes absolutely incredible. But again, that is based on keeping it clean, keeping it sensible, doing the right thing and not being greedy. Thank you. And the man who wants to be franchisor for Scotland.
Yeah, no one wins. Guys,